since we on a little Chirac shit, if you go on that Piff mixtape, this mixtape review, they got a Lil Durk signed to the streets to preview 7 joints. So I don't know if these tracks are actually gonna be on the Signed to the Streets 2 mixtape, but it's definitely a preview. And before I continue, I will say this: I've heard OTF Nunu rap on this record, on the OC record. I heard him rap on the Chirac freestyle and another couple songs. To me, that nigga rap way better than Lil Durk. Like, that nigga just got better delivery, better lyrics, better flow. Like, I'm no shade. I'm just saying, to me, he a better motherfucking rapper than Lil Durk. They was cousins or whatever, but at the same, are cousins, but at the same time, it is what it is. No shade to Durk. From these songs I heard, Durk definitely stepped it up. And let's get into it, man. You got OTF Nunu on the project, Johnny Made Cash. That's basically it. The first track, OC featuring OTF Nunu. That shit get 3 checks, man. They went bar for bar, back to back, you know what I mean? Hard beat. They flows was crazy, but OTF Nunu outshined Durk for real. So the street lyrics, that shit was straight fire. It had no hook. They just went in, you know, he do a couple bars, he do a couple bars, or I think it was like a verse. But OTF Nunu killed that shit, you know, R.I.P. to Newski, you know what I'm saying? And other than that, that was a dope song. I Go featuring Johnny Made Cash. I thought that song was okay, you know what I mean? The hook was basic hook, the beat was cool. Durk had a good steady flow, some average lyrics in there, but at the end of the day, I really won't fuck with that song. Voices in My Head is a XXL mixtape song, or a song you put on XXL mixtape. That shit was dope, man. I really never listened to it like that, but it's a dope beat. The hook, his flow, crazy, and the lyrics on that shit was dope as fuck. He definitely stepped it up as far as the way he rapped and delivery and shit. He been putting that pen to that pad, you can tell though, definitely. But yeah, moving on, number 4, Picture Perfect. That song is fucking crazy. The beat, the hook was dope as fuck. His flow was on point, you know what I'm saying? It's not really that stuttering type shit where you really can't understand him and all that. And his lyrics was real as fuck. So I definitely feel like that song is dope, man. Oh Lord, number 5, another song on the XXL mixtape. I really didn't check it out, but it's cool, man. The beat, the hook was good, you know what I mean? His flow was cool, some street lyrics in there. Definitely, but I just gotta say, like, I don't like basic ass hooks for just repeating the word of it. Oh Lord, oh Lord. I don't like basic shit like that. Like, you gotta come harder than that. Pause. But anyway, moving on to the dope song on this motherfucker, 0 to 300. To me, this is the GBE, Game, and Tiger This shit came after the whole incident with Game and Tiger and sitting him at the club and shit. He killed that shit. Straight up. I'm calling this shit a diss record. He got some harsh lyrics in that motherfucker, subliminal shots. You know, he saying shout out to his cousin on that Chi-Town shit. You know what I mean? His flow is hard. You can definitely tell he got that Sosa. Definitely tell he got that anybody else from the Chi that's basically dissing. Because if you follow that nigga as far as his tweets go, he even be saying, like, you know what I mean? Some nigga, if it's a problem, hit my line. So we know how to handle that shit. And I'm talking about niggas in Chicago. So I definitely feel like, you know what I mean? The drama with Durk and him is far from over. And the last track, Live That Life, type of drill beat type shit, you know what I mean? Good hook. The flow is crazy. Some real lyrics in there. You definitely gotta listen to them lyrics, man, because that nigga Durk really has something to say. But it's just a preview of Signed to the Streets. So if these tracks is gonna be on there, I don't know if they are, but if they are, that's pretty cool, man. Like, some of this shit is dope. You know what I mean? Like, I like 6 out of 7 records. You know what I mean? I ain't really gonna give it a rating because at the end of the day, it's like 7 joints. I mean, if I was at 6.5 out of 10, you know what I mean? Production was pretty cool, 7 out of 10. But I definitely feel like he need to drop that project because if you listen to one of the songs, I forget what it is. He said Signed to the Streets coming July 2nd, and then we heard it's coming July 4th. Today the 5th, and it still ain't dropped. So, I mean, you didn't have a lot of niggas release shit. I mean, King Louis just dropped. You know what I mean? Lil Bibby put out something. I don't think it was like this year, but I think it was. Was it? I don't know. Lil Baby, Lil Herb, you know what I'm saying? The Ops, I guess you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know if that's like, that's the little shit I get confused with. Cause I know Lil Herb and Lil Bibby, like, fuck with either Chief Keef or Durk. That shit right there, I already don't understand that shit. But basically, it's like BDK, I guess, and Black Disciples, and the GDs or whatever that's beefing from what Lupe says. So that's really the whole situation. You got this side versus this side, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Still a good project. I'm still waiting on Lil Reese Super Savage 2 mixtape. Lil Bibby free crack 2, Lil Durk signed to the streets, Chief Keef, what's that shit called? Thought Breaker or some shit like that. Him, Gino Marley, Fredo Santana, Ball out to drop something new. So, you know, GB, OTF motherfuckers, I don't know what be so lax about the niggas that they take forever to piss something out, bro. Like, I don't get that shit. Like, it's a mixtape. How don't you put a mixtape out? You feel me? You get the music, you give it to the DJ do what he do to it and put the shit out. Like, what's the hold up for? Unless the label telling you to stop. Like, the fuckery mixtape never happened because the label told him don't put it out. So, I don't know if it's because of the title or what have you, but then now he's saying he got signed to the streets 2 coming. I just feel like the material that was on fuckery is the same material that's on Signed to the Streets. They just changed the title. So at the end of the day, we don't know what happened. But I wish all of them Chicago niggas would drop their projects because they be having motherfuckers waiting. And that's how they lose fans and shit. Because at the same time, it's like we waiting and waiting and waiting. And y'all the only crew that really take a cool minute to drop projects. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you niggas, I mean, you done had Sasha Go Hard drop a mixtape. Katie Got Bands, King Louis drop a mixtape. What's this other nigga name? Trap Jesus, I think. That nigga from Chirac. I think Bo Deal from Chirac, I think, if I'm correct. He dropped a mixtape. It's just a lot of other niggas from Chirac that's dropping mixtapes. Like, you niggas, the main niggas that's in mainstream, basically, but taking forever to, you know what I mean? Y'all niggas supposed to be, you know, the hitters or whatever. But at the end of the day, I just wish y'all niggas would drop the shit because I want to hear what y'all new shit was popping. Oh, and shout out to SD, man. I'm still waiting on Truly Blessed. That's one project that I'm definitely looking forward to hearing, man. Real shit, because that nigga growth is just incredible. Like, he the only nigga in GB to me that rap normal. You can understand him. He put songs together well. He do cool interviews sometimes when he high as fuck. SD, nigga, like, stop being so motherfucking high in the goddamn interviews, bro. That shit be crazy. I watched the interview where they asked a nigga a question and he wasn't even saying shit really. Like, he not even answering. He answered none of the fucking questions. That shit was crazy. But so I smoking all that gas, that loud, them animal cookies and all that good shit. And just, you know what I mean, put the music out. Because I don't get, if you independent, you ain't got no label situation. What's stopping you? Other than touring or you being lazy. So other than that, man, shout out to all the Chirac niggas. Y'all doing y'all thing, you know what I mean? And just drop y'all projects, man, 'cause you got fans waiting. One.